Hello everyone, the Dark Line here. Today I'll be making a beginner's guide on this great game called Counter-Strike Global Offensive, also known as CSGO. Um, I've been playing this game since like about 4 months right now. About now, yeah, 4 months if I'm correct. But it's not like it's my first time playing Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike started from Condition Zero, from 1.6 Condition Zero, and then Source, and then this game. So I started playing Counter Strike originally in 2010 or 2011, back when back when Counter Strike 1.6 got famous where I used to live. So there were some of my friends told me that there's this game called Counter Strike 1.6. It's an amazing game, and plus it has this capability of playing on LAN and everything, and it doesn't require much graphics or anything. Everybody can run it easily. So we usually used to play that game on our PCs, and then we would even go to internet cafes and take a USB with us with the 1.6 setup, and then set it up over there and play on LAN right there on the internet cafe. Those were some good times. But Counter Strike is an amazing game in respect of how a FPS should look like. It started off as a mod of Half-Life. So it originated from Steam's Half-Life. Half-Life was an amazing game as well, but that's where the start of Counter-Strike began, from Half-Life. It was a mod, but then it got so popular that people just wanted it to be an official game, and then 1.6 came out. So that's how I started off playing Counter-Strike. In aspect of FPS, I want to talk about like how much it's different from other games. So as you know, I play Overwatch, I play Rainbow Six Siege, I play many other FPS games, but the thing with them is that they're all unique in their own aspects. But I love Counter Strike because it's really simple and it's really precise, straightforward. There aren't any ultimate abilities in this game, or any perks or anything like that, like Call of Duty or something. This is a pretty plain, simple, skill-based game where you rely on your game sense and on your precision on aiming. Um, so I really like going to this game and playing this game when I'm tired or something, like from Overwatch or something. And Overwatch, to be honest, is a game that's just slowly dying. The reason for that is that because I play competitively, as you know, I play competitively a lot, and I really like to win. And who doesn't, right? But in Overwatch, the fact is that it's a team-based game. Your core fundamentals of winning are your teammates. And if they're not performing well, and either you're a support or a tank player, and I'm not going to say DPS because on Overwatch, you'll always find DPS players who love playing DPS. I myself want to play DPS, but I main support and tanks because of the fact that there's just not enough players to play those roles. When I went into matchmaking, there would be situations where nobody knew how to It's not like they didn't know how to play. It's just that they didn't want to play. So I took these roles and played them. And even if you're playing these roles, it's just not enough to win for some reason. And I really feel like that's unfair. That a person who is much more skill based, like he has more game sense and calling out shots and everything, and still loses because of his teammates. They're lacking their roles. It's really unfair. So that's why I come to Counter Strike, because Counter Strike is a game where if you get killed or if you make slight mistake, you know that you made a mistake. In this game, it's 1v5s and 1v6 are possible. They're indeed possible. It just depends on how much skillful you are, how much game sense and knowledge you have about the game. That's why I love this game, because it's raw skill, and you as a source are equivalent to your skill. If you do not perform well, there must be a mistake that you made. If you're not winning well, if you're not ranking up, things like that, it must be something that you did wrong. That you yourself, even in competitive, like when you get a team, like even this game is a little team based game, but the thing is that it's kind of team-based, but sometimes it's not. Because, as I said, 1v5s are still possible. But your team should be able to help you out in this game if they're able to think the way you think. And so, first things straight out of the bat. So, as a beginner guide, I'm going to just tell you how the community is in CS. So, just like any other game like Overwatch and like Call of Duty, it's toxic as hell. You will find people that would just use racial slurs and everything like that, just like any typical, toxic player that is out there. But that's how it is over here as well. But over here, it's really intense. It's like crazy. Even in competitive lobbies, you'll see people swearing at each other because they made a mistake or something like that. Also, I also wanted to tell you guys that I actually reduced my clicking noise. So before you were able to hear my keyboard strokes and my mouse strokes. So now you won't be able to hear them, but it came at a price that my voice has been a little bit stuttery. So you're gonna hear a different voice than you have heard in previous videos. I'll be uploading some other videos as well. I still have my Tomb Raider series going. I still have a lot of footage which was recorded without this whole new add-ons that I added on my recorder. So in those videos, I apologize if you guys are gonna hear any strokes. So but the voice is clear. In this video, the voice isn't gonna be much clearer, but you're not gonna hear much noise from the stroking. So yeah, community's out the way. So let's go into tips and tricks. First of all, CS really is depending mostly on your aim and on your game sense. These are the two basic core things that you gotta get out of the way first. So whenever I go into CS, I always usually go in workshop, because workshops are maps that are maps. Technically, they're maps created by other users that help you out in certain areas. I have a bunch of them. These are the flashes, grenades, and Molotovs training, your crosshair placement, your view model placement. So first of all, as a beginner's guide, I will take you guys into the crosshair generator crosshair map. So what it does is basically it helps you out get a crosshair. So in this game, as I said, aim is important, and for aim you need to have a good sensitivity, good muscle reactions, good arm placement as well, a good mouse as well. Usually, since I started playing this game, I actually changed my own DPI for Overwatch as well, just because of this game. Many pro players use usually either 400 or 800 DPI, but most of them that I've seen online, they use 400 DPI, which for some reason for me makes sense, because it is a aim dependent game. Because Overwatch is a fast-paced game and this is a slow one, you need a slower sensitivity. So this is how it looks like. I really recommend you guys to get this from the workshop. It helps you out with your crosshair placements and your crosshairs if you want to increase it, crosshair style, thickness, anything like that. I have selected, if I am correct, Happies. Yeah, mine is Happies. I really like the color. It stands out, and I can actually easily get headshots. I really like short crosshairs, so that's why I go with this one. Then start practicing a little bit, see if the crosshair works for you or not. It's really weird. Okay, so the view model actually is also a little weird in this game. So if somebody's looking like this and you hit a headshot, it won't actually hit them. It will just go through them, because there's a specific area where you gotta hit to get a head. If you hit it like at the back section, this guy won't stop moving. It won't actually hit, so you gotta be more precise. Make sure your aim goes down a little bit. Also, recoil is also another thing in this game that you gotta be careful of. I can't be just like spraying it because it's gonna be inaccurate so much. You gotta tap them, and then you gotta. So yeah, as I was saying, burst fires and what's it called? Let's see, M4A4. M4A4, a common weapon, a common CT weapon. Let me just take that back. A common CT weapon. It actually is one of the most preferred weapons in CT when you're playing. When you have the money to buy it. It is also one of the most expensive ones. Usually AKs are much more better than M4A4. That's just my preference. Even though M4A4 is a little more expensive, I think AK has, because AK has one tap ability. So if you hit one head, they're gonna die right there. As for M4A4, if you hit them twice in the head, then they're gonna die. So you gotta learn in game when to tap and when to burst fire. That's just depends on every single situation. I really recommend, if they're far away, trying using burst fire is much better. But if they're close, spray them down. About sprays, I have 30 bullets in my magazine right now, right? I'm just going to hold my mouse one without moving it. So I'm just gonna press my mouse one button and I'm just gonna let it spray. And you're gonna see something. Notice that there's a pattern to these bullets. Every single gun has a different pattern. While you're standing, that is. If you're moving, your pattern becomes different. So the gun went up, then to a little bit to the right, to the left, and then to the right. That's how it ended. So let's try to control spray it, because that's how you will try to get maximum amount of damage in a certain area that you want to target. So I'm just going to hold my mouse a little bit down this time. Notice that this time, because I countered the upward movement with the vertical one, it just went right and left. So that's one way of doing things. Now, if you want to be more precise, which pro players use it, and I totally recommend doing that. I use it too. Everyone uses it. Is that? But the thing is that it takes time to learn that, because in the heat of action, you won't just concentrate on holding down mouse one and then going right and left. So you gotta counter these movements, right? So if your movement is going, if your spray is going to the right, you're gonna go to the left. If your spray is going left, you're gonna go to the right. So that's how you counter it, so that it hits only one single area. Please note that it's not always gonna be perfect, but you can get it right if you keep trying and trying and trying. Over practice, everything comes. Okay. There we go. That's a little reduced. Another one. That's a little forward. I should have went up, down a little bit. Then you guys get the idea. So you guys start keep practicing this unless you get it right in a certain area that you guys want to hit. So you gotta stay down. Usually, if you're aiming it at the head, going down a little bit gets you more heads. It guarantees a headshot. If your aim for some reason in the situation was down a little bit from the torso, you can hold it so that it goes up to get a headshot. Remember, if they're moving, it's not gonna be a case. You gotta burst fire. Try to burst fire as much as possible. Also, another thing. What was it? Yeah. Spray transfers is also a neat little thing in CS. So let's say if you're targeting this one, this bot right here, and then I have to transfer here because they both appear at the same time. I can kill both of them instantly if I spray transfer correctly, that is, before this guy kills me. So that would be, for that I would actually have to remember my spray pattern, which is kind of hard. So I would know that I'm going down and this guy dies. Then my my gun pattern is still a bit to the left and then straight to the right. Right? So I would have to counter it. So as soon as I'm done killing this guy, I know that if I kill him before my gun pattern goes a little bit to the left, I have to immediately get it over here and then start moving to the left because my gun pattern is gonna go to the right. So in order to kill both of them. So let's try it out. See? My aim was here and it still hit him and killed him because of the pattern. The pattern was going to the right and I countered it by going to a little bit to the left. So that's what spray pattern spray transfers are. Apologies if I'm speaking a little started because I just woke up and I was thinking maybe making a video. I've been really inconsistent with my videos. It's because I've been going to I have college as well. As you know, I'm a student and I have work. A lot of things happen in my life. And I'm pretty sure almost every YouTuber who just starts off has the same story. So yeah. Whenever I get time, whenever I'm feeling it, I'll make a video. I usually have footage. Not that I don't have footage. I have footage. It's just that I need to take time to edit it. So once you're done with this, you get a good crosshair, learn how to spray control and everything. Let's go to a good practice range, and that will be, I think the workshop is called Aimbot. Workshop Aimbot. So this is a workshop that is used by both casual players and pro players. It's one of the best ones. They usually use it whenever they're going in a match and everything. I saw people using, I saw pro players using it in E-League. The current E-League, as you know, Cloud9 won, which was an amazing game. The Cloud9 versus FaZe was an intense game, and I really loved it. That's why I think CS in less or more is much more famous and better in E-League than most of its competitors, such as Overwatch or Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege is almost unheard of, and many people don't watch it. Only I think players that do play Rainbow Six Siege might watch it sometimes just to get what the pros are doing, what the pro scene is. Alright, so this map, everybody plays it. There's a challenge over here as well. If you can get 100 bots within the time limit, right? So try to do that as well. But even before doing that, make sure that you can actually hit your shots. So right out of the bat, it gives me an AK. As I said, AK has it's much cheaper weapon, and it has the ability to one tap. One tap basically means headshot a person with one bullet. 1D basically means headshotting a person with one bullet. So that's 1D. So you gotta get your aim correct. Make sure that everything is perfectly fine. Distant target and both near are you can hit them with one shot. Get your muscle memory straight by moving it here and there randomly. Also, another cool little thing. So notice as like the background has blood on it, right? And it's hard to aim sometimes. Like it's hard to see the bots sometimes. So you can actually clear that up by binding a key to a command called clear decals. All you gotta do is just go in command, type in the bind key, bind whatever the key is in double commas, and just write equals to CL underscore. I think something like that. It was RR or CL underscore clear decals. And you can check that online what the actual command is, but it's something like that, and that key would be binded to your clear decal. So if I press, mine is V right now, so if I press V, look at that, all of it is gone. So all the blood and all the bullets are bullet holes will be gone. It's a really cool thing that I think everyone should have. Sometimes, yes, people say that, oh, actually, you know what, it actually doesn't help you that much because you won't be able to see that who got hit, who was at a certain location. So it actually helps you out track a person sometimes. It actually helps out pinpointing a. Whenever I need to track, I'll just pinpoint a certain location that I'll remember on the map that, oh, there was a person right here. He must still be there. I just remember it like that. Not in casual, even I tried in casual sometimes. So yeah, that's that. So right now I'm going to, once you get everything done, you know you're hitting your shots. Now it's time for movement and shooting. So it's so easy to hit these targets, right? Because they're not moving. But let's say if they were moving, then it would be very difficult, as you could have seen like in the last map. Like it was really hard for me due to the fact that I just woke up as well, and the fact that they were moving. It's a little hard to hit targets then. And for that, you can't always one tap. You can't do that all the time because they're moving so much, and the pixel is moving. Their headshot pixel is moving so much as well that you just can't do it on like. You're gonna have to get very good at aiming when you're gonna have to do that. So at certain situations like that, I would usually aim at the neck or the torso and just spray it. Burst spray it. If the target is close and you want them immediately dead, spray them down. Spray them down. Alrighty. So that's how you do it if they're moving, right? Right now they're not moving, so also another thing, you don't want to be your aim is really precise, as I've told you, the spray pattern and everything. You can burst fire and everything, all if you are standing or walking. If you're walking, your aim is still precise. Oh wait, no, it's not. Not with AK. But with the USP, it is. With certain pistols, even if you walk, it still doesn't matter because it's really precise. But I think it's with the Deagle and the AK, with any assault rifle, while walking, it won't be actual precise, but it's really close to precise if they're being close. If they're really close, right? So try not to do that. Try not to walk and kill enemies because it's just so easy to kill you then because you're strafing and you're gonna go into an obvious direction. What pro players usually do and what normal players also do is that they would counter strafe. So what that is basically going spamming AD all the time. So if a target appears at you and he's moving as well, you gotta move as well. So it makes it difficult and harder for him to hit. And within this time limit that I'm going, there's 2 points that I can hit a target. As I said, when you're standing still, it is the most accurate. So there's 2 points in this strafing, like the strafe that I'm doing, where I am actually standing still, but for almost a millisecond. And in that millisecond, you have to hit your shot. You can aim somewhere, but hit your shot when you're standing still. Because when you're spamming D and then you spam A, there's a certain delay to that. Within that delay, you can actually hit a target. So let's say I'm gonna hit the spot, right? I'm going 80. There we go. See how it is. I'm gonna have to get this spot cracked. Same with the Deagle. The Deagle is a powerful pistol. I really don't prefer it because I really love the USPS. Just 2 headshots and they're dead. Especially in the pistol round, I would always take USPS. But yeah, Deagle is a powerful gun. 1 head, and even if they have an armor, they're gonna get killed. But it has a really big recoil. So if I shoot this person and I try to hit him, not every single person. See, not every single person is gonna get you. You're gonna have a delay, so you gotta wait. And then hit him. Wait. Hit him. Wait. Hit him. Wait. Hit him. And also this gun, you can strafe it as well. It's a terrible recoil. Better control. So yeah, Deagle is a powerful weapon, but it comes at a cost of recoil. So your aim will not always be accurate as it seems. I usually prefer either P250 or the USPS because I'm not really accurate. My aim's, I think, massively sometimes. I just want it to be specific, very linear. So yeah, that's movement and shooting. So let's go to a casual game and show you guys a little bit about how I think in a let's take a casual game as a competitive game. Let's go to the Dust 2 map, one of the most famous maps in CS. Usually all people are playing, but when I'm playing competitive, I try to avoid this map because it has like the greatest amount of people usually want to play the Dust 2. So it has a longer wait time. It also has it is also one of those maps where, you know, hackers usually attack. As you know, also this game is filled with hackers. Usually, either in casual, and they're gonna either have spin bot hacking, wall hacking, bunny hop, anything like that. They're gonna have scripts for that, and they're gonna love using it. So try to avoid them. Try to not get triggered by them, as they are unfair most of the time. So I am warm up, so I'll just warm up a little bit, just go get myself killed by the team. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? So in this game, as you know, there's objectives, right? So usually there's two of those objectives. If you go in certain maps, that's how it's gonna be. Most of the maps have bomb scenarios, right?
What's the deal with this sesame?
Oh yeah, fastest lives in the West. Welcome, because I'm getting rid of it. So
wow, that peak of the gun.
Anyhow, as I was saying, so in this game, even in casual, I try to play competitively a little bit because I want to win. I don't care if it's casual or not. People say it's casual, you're calling out and shit. As I said, it's a toxic community, but casual is there for warming up, right? Casual is just, you can either take a chill pill or... Oh, free fire.
Cat,
that was actually free fire. Cat. We know that one is coming cat, and only one of them is dead. And we know also that... Yeah, there it is.
2 cat.
Two apartment, or not apartments, B.
Need support.
3B.
Yeah, they're going B usually. One mid, one mid. Mid, watch out. In a situation like that, I couldn't do nothing because he came from the short. I know I was going short, and we were going to. What is he doing? Okay. So yeah,
Got him.
playing objectives in this game is really crucial. But yeah, that'll be all for this video, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned. If you have any tips and tricks, like guides from me, please do share them in the comment down below. I will totally check them out. If you have any suggestions regards to how I play, how I should make videos, anything like that, comment down below. I always reply. I always check them out. And thank you all for watching. See you all in the next one. Take care.